It's Moe Murphy from Clarke County Sports. We're here with Kyle Baylor. Kyle had 2 scores tonight in Clarke's first playoff win. Just talk a little bit about the game.
I think we stumbled in the first half, and then we came out and we won the second half like we were supposed to. I mean, we were supposed to win the first half too, but sometimes things don't go your way. But then we came out in the second half and we hit him in the mouth and ran the ball like we were supposed to. And I think we just played better in the second half overall.
You guys on defense, they got close several times, but you managed to come up several times with big turnovers. I know that's something you don't really plan for, but you think that had an effect on their
anytime we get a goal line stop, it gives like momentum towards our offense, and it just makes our confidence a lot better. And
how did it feel to get that? I know you got 2 scores tonight, but that interception, the place just went crazy. How'd that feel?
It felt good.
And you got either Buffalo Gap or I believe Brunswick next week, so how you feel about advancing to the second round?
I think it's good, and we just got to do the same thing next week.
All right, well, you heard that from Kyle Baylor. He had 2 scores, 1 on offense and 1 on defense in the 28-7 win. It's Moe Murphy from Clarke County Sports. Thanks, Kyle. It's Moe Murphy. We're here with Lucas Rogers. Came up big with one of the turnovers on a goal line stand tonight. Can you just talk a little bit about this big win, Lucas?
Well, all of it, I have to give all my credit to my defensive linemen for grounding and pounding all day and forcing that fumble. All I do is catch the ball and run and react. But our coaches set us up nicely for this game. We knew what they were doing, and we just executed.
And, of course, been a long time since you guys trailed, especially at the half. You seemed to keep your composure pretty good, and just like the coach said, you came out and got 4 scores.
Yes, sir. That's definitely shows our hard work and dedication. We never give up, and at halftime we were trailing. We knew we weren't turning our stuff in tonight, not tonight. So we just came out and executed.
And how you feel about going in? It gets tougher every week. You'll have another game here next week. How you feel about that?
Yes, sir. Well, next week we'll just get prepared. Our coaches will do a great job. We'll watch film. We'll know everything about the other team, and it's all just comes down to us executing.
All right, well, you heard that from Lucas Rogers. He had a big turnover, and he was a key factor on several goal line stands tonight for the Eagles defense. We'll be back next week with the second round. It's Moe Murphy from Clarke County Sports. Thanks a lot, Lucas. It's Moe Murphy with head coach Chris Parker after the big 28-7 comeback win for the Eagles. A big game tonight, Coach. Can you just talk a little bit about the game?
Well, I tell you, I'm really proud of our team. It was a hard-fought game. The first half being down 7-0. Our guys, we've had, been very fortunate not to really go through that. And so what we talked about at halftime, we're not used to this, and we're going to have to basically treat the second half like we're just starting a new game. And I thought when we received the ball for the second half, we didn't panic. We stuck to our game plan and ground and pound, and we were ready to do other things, but our guys responded. And then defensively, man, we were making plays. We were hitting, and our secondary had great coverage, and good things happened.
Well, I heard you at halftime tell them to play like it's a new game and you could get 4 scores, and that's exactly what they did. They came out and scored 4 times. Defense was big on several goal line stands. I know Kyle Baylor had a big game with 2 scores, 1 on each side of the ball. Can you just talk a little bit about his touchdowns?
Well, he's a special athlete. He's got a great nose for the ball. He's very shifty. He can make people miss, and he's got great speed, and he can make, like I said, on some of those plays with his cuts and everything. I mean, he breaks some ankles, makes people miss, and those were huge plays for us.
And second week in a row, the opening drive, the team has scored, but you've shut them down both times. You think that builds some confidence for your guys?
Oh, I think so. I mean, I'd rather have it the other way around, but in some ways, when you reach some adversity like that, especially in the playoffs, is good for you. And I mean, it's easy to say that now after a win, but you know, I think our guys, you know, they know that they, you know, have to, step it up or whatever. Every team we play is going to be good, and my hat's off to Lee. I mean, I thought they did a great job against us. They really did. And our guys, like I said, I'm very proud of them, and we stuck it to them when we had to.
Well, I heard Josh Wallace at the start of the second half telling the guys he wasn't ready to quit yet. He talked about the weightlifting and the workouts in the summertime, and I know that's a big part of your program, and I think it helped him out.
Well, that's absolutely, and you know, that's what we said at halftime, and that's what I said after the game. You know, tough teams. I said I think that they're tough players, mentally tough, physically, but we lift, and all those things. When you need it, it comes through, and it shows. And you know, our guys have big hearts, and you know, I'm very proud of them. I mean, this was a tough win. It was a great win for us.
And we'll be back next week at the Felt, either Brunswick, I think, or Buffalo Gap. Guess it's just the same old routine.
Same thing. I mean, I heard someone say that we're playing Buffalo Gap, but I'm not 100% on that. But I heard they won 8-6 against Brunswick, but we'll see.
All right. Well, you heard that from Coach Parker after the big 28-7 win tonight over Robert E. Lee. We'll be back at the Felt next week in the second round of the playoffs. This is Moe Murphy from Clarke County Sports.
Thank you. Thanks, Coach. Thanks a lot.